Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation, which focuses on the pathways process and the transition of students from Year 9 into Year 10. Year 9 marks a very important stage in your child's education. It is the year where they begin to make choices about the subjects that they will study at Key Stage 4, and that is Year 10 and 11. Over the last few weeks, Year 9 have been introduced to the pathways process in their PSHE lessons and in Year 9 assemblies. Our Year 9 pathways booklet was shared with you on our website, and in addition to this, you should have received a letter introducing the pathways process along with a copy of your child's provisional pathway choices form. This half-term, Year 9 have attended a series of pathways assemblies where numerous subject leaders have had the opportunity to provide more information on the content of their subject at GCSE and how it is assessed. The purpose of my presentation is to provide you with the national context within which the Year 9 pathways process has been organised. This includes an overview of performance table measures that we as a school need to understand and how GCSEs are graded. The second part to this presentation focuses on Bishop Challoner's context and the rationale behind our pathways process. The pathways process at Bishop Challoner is about you and your child gathering information on the range of different subjects on offer and then selecting subjects that are best suited to your child. There is no need to be worried or concerned about the next few weeks, as we will offer you and your child support with this and help you make both informed and sensible subject choices. Reforms in the education policy at Key Stage 4 have affected all secondary schools throughout the country. The main reforms include the English Baccalaureate, a school performance measure designed to encourage schools to offer a broad set of academic subjects to age 16. Progress 8, another school performance measure based on the progress students make in a suite of 8 subjects. It is the key measure of a school's performance at Key Stage 4. The replacement of the A* to G GCSE grading system with a numerical format of 9 to 1. Greater rigour in GCSEs and vocational GCSE qualifications, and this has been achieved by removing controlled assessment and replacing it with written examinations. As such, it is very important that Year 9 students spend some time thinking very carefully about the subject choices in Year 10 and 11. So what is the English Baccalaureate? It is not a qualification in itself. It reflects achievement in a range of broad-based academic qualifications at GCSE. It's awarded to students with good GCSE passes, for example, grade 5 and above in English, Maths, 2 sciences and a modern foreign language with geography or history. Crucially, for all secondary schools, the proportion of students in a year group achieving the English Baccalaureate is and will continue to be one measure in school performance tables. This is something that all secondary schools must consider when designing their Key Stage 4 curriculum, which is why the national context is an important consideration. So what is the Progress 8 measure? The Progress 8 measure is of great significance to all secondary schools today. It is a performance measure based on the progress students make in a suite of 8 subjects, the key measure of a school's performance at Key Stage 4. There are 2 GCSEs in English and Maths, 3 additional English Baccalaureate subjects from sciences, computing, geography, history and modern foreign languages. Combined science will count as 2 of the 3 English Baccalaureate subjects, and 3 additional subjects that can be taken up by further qualifications from the range of English Baccalaureate subjects or any other high-value arts, academic or vocational qualification, for example, art and design, business, BTEC sport, BTEC health or creative iMedia. This slide provides a comparison between the new numerical grading format at GCSE with the legacy A* to G grading system used. A grade 4 at GCSE is considered to be a standard pass, whereas a grade 5 is considered to be a good pass. Numerical GCSE grades in the range 4 to 6 are approximately equivalent to the legacy grades C to B. Numerical GCSE grades in the range 7 to 9 are approximately equivalent to the legacy grades A to A star. Undoubtedly, the national context within which secondary schools operate is very important and provides guidance to schools when deciding on an appropriate Key Stage 4 curriculum offer. However, of more importance is our own context and the rationale behind the decisions we make as senior leaders in the school when deciding on what we believe is the most appropriate curriculum offer for our students. Our central philosophy has always been to provide as far as possible a varied and relevant curriculum that recognises the national context. At Bishop Challoner, we remain totally committed to serving the interests of all our students. We do this by developing our pathway structure. We firmly believe that more than one pathway allows us to provide flexibility in curriculum provision to meet the needs of all. We are convinced that this personalised approach allows every student in our care the opportunity to succeed in years 10 and 11. Some key features of the Year 9 Pathways process include: every student in Year 9 will follow a particular guided pathway. There are 3 guided pathways, and these are red, blue and green. The guided pathway that students will follow will be determined by the academic progress made during Key Stage 3, for example, until the end of Year 9. As such, it is possible that a guided pathway may change between our Pathways evening and the end of this academic year. You might be curious to know why we have more than one pathway. The guided pathways at Bishop Challoner reflect the diverse and changing employment and career opportunities available to young people today. One pathway does not suit the needs of all students. Having more than one pathway allows us to provide flexibility in curriculum provision at Key Stage 4 and to ensure that our students follow a programme of study in Year 10 and 11 that will allow them to succeed and progress into post-16 education, be it in our sixth form or elsewhere. The red guided pathway is for students who study a modern foreign language, for example French as well as geography or history or both. Students in the red pathway will then be required to select either one or more other subjects from an available range. The blue guided pathway is for students who, if they wish, have the option to study a modern foreign language. Within the blue pathway, students will be required to study geography or history and then select either 2 or 3 other subjects from an available range. The green guided pathway is for students who will be required to select up to 4 subjects from an available range. On deciding the most appropriate pathway for your child at this stage of their Key Stage 3 journey, we have used the following key pieces of information. The pathways have been determined using Year 7 assessments in the summer term, Year 8 assessments in the spring term, and Year 9 assessments in December of their Year 9. Regular assessment points throughout Key Stage 3. And we have information that tracks a student's progress and provides evidence of the range of abilities throughout Key Stage 3. Are guided pathways set in stone now? The answer to that is no. There is scope for students in Year 9 to move pathway. The academic year does not finish until July, and it's quite possible that the pathway a student is currently on can change. So in what circumstances could a pathway change? Key assessments will take place in the summer term of Year 9 and mark the end of a student's journey through the Key Stage 3 at Bishop Challoner. Results of these assessments will be reviewed with the Head of Year 9, Head of English, Science and French. Any changes to pathways may be made then. If this is the recommendation at the time, then students and parents and carers will be informed. Nonetheless, We already have a lot of information on the range of abilities within Year 9. Our guided pathways are designed to reflect the wide range of abilities and needs within the year group. This is why we have more than one pathway, as we consider it essential in ensuring that all of our students have the opportunity to be successful in Key Stage 4, allowing them all to secure appropriate qualifications that ensure they can progress beyond 16. This slide highlights the wide range of choice available to Year 9 that covers many different subject areas, and there are up to 16 different subjects to choose from. The choice available to you combines a mix of GCSE and vocational GCSE subjects. Specific details for each of these subjects are contained within the Year 9 Pathways booklet, which is on the school website for you to look at. Please refer closely to this booklet, as this is a very important source of information for you to help you make your final subject choice selection. Reading the information contained within the Pathways booklet is an essential part of the information gathering process. Having listened to this presentation this evening, it's important that you continue to discuss pathway choices together and read your pathway choices form very carefully. If necessary, please contact the relevant head of department for more details using the contacts page in the pathway booklet. Please do this if you have any subject-specific questions. Our careers advisor will be available to contact if you have any questions relating to careers, apprenticeships, or post-16 learning pathways. Please do not hesitate to contact her too. The deadline for submitting pathway choices forms is highlighted on the slide. Details on precise arrangements for collecting forms will follow. We will then do our best to match individual option choices and inform students if there is a problem. For example, if there is a clash and a choice between two subjects needs to be made. I would like to finish by thanking you all for your time. I hope you have found this presentation useful and that you can use this along with the range of other information available to you on our Virtual Pathways webpage to spend some time thinking carefully about your subject choices for Year 10 and 11. Please make sure you spend time looking carefully at the booklet and refer closely to the contents page if you need to speak to a member of staff over the coming days. Best wishes to you and to Year 9, and thank you for listening.